looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good...
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Back to throw here. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So the Broncos coming out now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos have taken the early lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play now. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 44 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 77 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should...
with a carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a... And Denver getting set to take the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, Detroit expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
Theo Riddick. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Theo Riddick, 74 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Blue 90.
Out of the gun now on third down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Now Riddick. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Theo Reddick, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Theo Reddick, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hey, now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calais Campbell on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they'll go on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Dewan Smoot with the tackle. And they'll run it here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.